welcome back to my channel. So this week I am back with another budget video. We're going to be budgeting for the 18th through the 24th, and I have out my monthly calendar as well as this one just to give me what I started with, the 18th through the 24th. I am using the Budget Mom's Budget by Paycheck workbook. I like the printed version because I rearrange her sheets a little bit. So for my starting income, what I had in my account ending last week was $42.57. And then so much has happened this week. This has been just a crazy week. So for my Aramark paycheck, it was $381.40. And I think I want to do a sit down video, and if I do, you'll see that first, hopefully. But I am debt free. I don't even know where to start, but basically my parents inherited my aunt's house, or they inherited like a quarter of it, and then my uncles inherited the rest, and they all live like 2 to 3 hours away, whereas my aunt was our neighbor. So my dad bought her house, flipped it, and gave me and my sister each money to pay off our student loan debt. So the way they did it for me was I just used my mom's checking account to make my payments, and then she gave me the difference because they wanted to give us both $25,000. So they gave me, sorry, I am so all over the place because I still can't believe it. I just can't. So they gave me, for my debt, was a total of $20,001.36, and that's what they gave me to pay off my debt. And then they gave me $5,000 check, so I gained $1.36, but $5,000. And then they did, or I'll write 6. They did give me a check for $1,000 because I put a dehumidifier that they bought on my credit card because I ordered it on Amazon. My mom called and was like, we need a dehumidifier for the house, order it now. So that was like $900 and some. She just wrote me a check for $1,000 for that. So that is my income. It looks like I got $26,000, but $1,000 of it's going directly to my credit card. And then I think that was it for my income. So definitely just a crazy week. I could not be more grateful. I still don't feel like I've even processed this, but I want to do an entire sit down video. If I do, I'm going to leave that in the cards because it's kind of a long story, and I just want to focus more on the budgeting aspect here. But it is kind of a lot that led to my sister and I getting this money. So for this week, this is my income. So we're just going to add that up really quickly. I started with the $42.57 plus $381.40 plus $26,001.36. So my income was $26,425.33. So my house was the first bill I focused on. I budgeted $225, and I did already transfer that over. And then for Schwab comes out on the, I'm a little confused as to when Schwab actually comes out. I always thought it was the 23rd, but today it came out this time it came out the 22nd. So I don't know. But it's only $10. I'm planning on upping that eventually. And then I did pay an additional $100 towards my Upstart loan on the 22nd as well, just because the interest over the weekend. I mean, obviously it didn't really make much of a difference, but basically my mom didn't have to pay the interest that I had accrued. So, I mean, that didn't, $100 didn't make a difference, but I had that planned. And then, Chase. So for my Chase credit card, with putting the dehumidifier on there, the total was $25,01.88 because I hadn't paid it off in a while, and I did order a few other things. I mean, y'all seen my shopping's been high. So that was the payoff amount. It hasn't actually gone through yet. So I just wrote the 25th, and that's not even this paycheck period. So it hasn't actually gone through yet. But I wanted to include it in this week. Ooh. Even though I'm pretty sure it's going to come out technically like the beginning of next week, but we'll see what happens. So, this is going to be my main thing now that I am debt free, is really not getting back into debt. I struggle with shopping so much. My main thing is Amazon, and my boyfriend and I sat down, we talked about it. I started kind of writing like, all of these are Amazon, but like what are they? So I ordered soap, coconut oil, Nexium eye solution, toothpaste. So we are going to kind of focus on what it is I'm ordering through Amazon, subscribe and save, and then set that budget and order it. You know, we're gonna actually use this to pre-budget, I guess, basically is what I'm trying to get at, because I cannot go back down the terrible rabbit hole. And honestly, when I started my budget videos, I did it largely so that I would have YouTube and eventually viewers to hold me accountable. So that is my, you know, goal, to be held accountable. And it's definitely something I need to work on, but I will discuss that more in my video. So this week for food, I spent $24.29 at Walmart. That was all that I spent. Oh, I always do that. I mess up and put like the budget. Gas I didn't spend anything on, and then, oh my gosh, I'm just talking and writing. And then shopping this week was, let me add that up real quick. I did not do any shopping through my through my checking account. So all my shopping is here. So $266.73 plus $38.16 plus $42.11 plus $24.95. So shopping this week was $371.95. And then for my, let's just go ahead and add that plus $24.29. So my total for this envelope was $396.24. And for sinking funds, they were kind of odd amounts this week because I just wanted my account to be even. So I did $20.30 to CrimeCon because I had gained interest and it was like an odd amount, so I just wanted to even that back out. And then Schwab was $10, and I think that was everything. One thing I will go ahead and write down, it hasn't come out yet, it'll be coming out next week, but I just want to mark it here because I have accounted for it in my budget. Josh and I are trying to refinance the house because currently his sister's name is on it and she wants to buy a house, so we need to get her name off of it, and also we want our names on it. So it's currently him and then his sister as like a co-sign. So we are working on that. So when I got this money from my parents, the $6,000 for one, went to my credit card to pay it off and the dehumidifier that I had put on there. And then my parents just paid straight towards my debt. And then the leftover amount, I am giving Josh $3,000 to put towards his loan. He only has the one loan and his mortgage, and this was basically when he and his dad had a business together, and he didn't, I don't know, he fucked up the tax. He didn't do the taxes right. Something happened with the taxes where he owed the government a lot of money, but he hadn't been having them take out the taxes, and he didn't put it aside. So all the taxes came due. It was like $7,000, I don't know. And so he took out a personal loan to just pay the IRS off because they scare me and I don't like them. So he paid them off immediately and now is paying towards the loan. And so the $3,000 will get him towards his halfway point for the loan. And, you know, we're a team. We're in it together. And so I just wanted him to be able to pay more towards it. And then he is also upped his payment, so he's gonna kind of run towards paying it off. And then together we're gonna kind of start working on Dave Ramsey's baby steps. We both already have $1,000 saved in an emergency fund, and then I just had my debt paid off, and then he is almost halfway there. And then the next one will be just increasing your emergency fund to like 6 months of savings. So let's go ahead and do the math. I just wanted to throw that out there. My parents were actually the ones that wanted me to give him the money. I had my notebook planned. I'll show y'all. I had kind of hinted at this like previously, like if I were debt free. It wasn't until the last month that I actually knew money was coming to me, and then it really wasn't until the last week that like we knew the house was sold and it was kind of a done deal. I mean, obviously until the money's in your account and the contract completely goes through, it's not done, but you know, that was kind of where we were at. So I had a plan for all the money. If my parents paid off my debts, then I had this much left over, and I was going to put $1,000 in my emergency fund, personal fund, and crime con, and then just $1,000 in the house fund as like if shit hits the fan, kind of like a backup payment. But my parents were like, no, if y'all really are working on refinancing, then maybe your best option would to like both of y'all to be out of debt, because that's currently our problem. Is our debt to income ratio is too high. Josh's has the entire mortgage in his name, which never makes sense to me, but I guess when you co-sign, if something happens to your co-signer, you have to be able to cover everything. So that's why on the mortgage, even though it's like 2 names, it's not divided in half. It is the full amount to him, so his debt to income ratio is super high because of that. So my parents were like, yeah, you should probably give him money so that you can get your name on the house, basically. It's just something Josh and I are like working towards together. So let's just go ahead and subtract all of this. 2501.88 and then minus 3,000. So oh my god, I was like, why is my total so high? I've marked this as income but didn't mark that the Upstart and Great Lakes. So Upstart was 11,297.04 and Great Lakes was 8,704.32 minus 11,297.04 and minus 8,704.32. So that leaves me with 587.09, and then minus the 396.24 leaves me with 190.85. And then minus 20.30. Is 170.55. So I need to make sure I did everything right because, okay, yeah. So this is what always throws me off every time when I go to double check myself. I will be left with 170.55, but here under shopping, 371.95 was actually already paid for in this Chase lump sum, because this sum is paying off all of my credit card and this is on my credit card. So I will actually be left with a little bit more because I kind of double counted that right here. So on my tracker, you can tell I had the house, CrimeCon, Walmart, food, Schwab, Chase payment. That's what I'm missing. Minus 50. Because I did a bonus $50 payment. My toes are gonna be all sorts of off.
One eternity later.
Oh, it's not coming out right. Because, okay, that was like really starting to stress me out. It's not coming out right because I have my starting income written here as $42.57, but if y'all have been watching my videos, you'll know the $42.57 is actually, well, $43.70 is actually Target. Target needs to take it out. So really, subtract the $42. It's in my account, but it's not technically supposed to be there. So that is why it is not equaling this amount. But if I subtract from 485 minus 42.57, yeah, well, shit, it's still not right. Plus 7. All right, we're getting closer. I think that's kind of what is happening. So I guess I just need to make sure this is right, and then that'll be what I start with here. So I feel like sometimes I suck at these videos because when I confuse myself, I'm like, how can I explain it when I'm confused, you know? It's terrible. We're just gonna wrap it up here because I'm dealing with too much money right now and I'm confused. So my tracker, I think I did all of the math right to give me $455.80. My tracker is keeping in mind that Target should not be in there, so that is not counted. So I think that's what's throwing me off between this, double counting this, and then ending up with this. So I'm going to leave the $455.80 in my account, and then that's what we're going to start with next week. Obviously, I'm going to double check everything, make sure it all comes out and actually leaves me with this. And then I'm gonna my intentions, which you'll see next week, are once I am hopefully left with this amount, I'm going to put $284.40 to CrimeCon. I don't remember why I picked such a random amount. Oh, I wanted to get CrimeCon to 1,000. That's what it was. Currently, CrimeCon is at like 7 something. I want to get it to 1,000. So that is why I picked 284. And then I'm going to have 71 in my emergency fund, 50 in my personal fund, and then 50 for Target that still needs to come out. So that is it for this month. A lot happened. I still can't believe it. I am gonna do, I think, just an entire video of kind of what led to this point, because it was some factors. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Next week is gonna be a change because I'm going to just try to start pre-budgeting, seeing what money I actually have available to spend, and trying to do an all cash budget. But I mean, as I say all cash, the only ATM is at Target 40 minutes away from me. So I think I'm just gonna have to do like all cash, but then kind of do like trackers. Basically, I just cannot go over what I have because I cannot get into this terrible cycle again. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. That is everything for this week. Next week's gonna bring some new stuff. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.